Pepper's a remarkable herb. In the book Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss, he devotes half a page to every other herb but 10 pages to cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper moves blood. It is a stimulant, but not a nervous system stimulant. It's not an irritant. It's a stimulant to the blood, and whenever you move blood, you move healing into that area. Internally, it can relieve a sore throat. It might tingle at first, but when that tingling settles down, you'll find relief, because cayenne pepper also has an analgesic effect. It's a natural painkiller. Cayenne pepper can be used for an upset stomach. When it gets into the blood, it thins the blood, it opens the capillaries, it strengthens the arterial wall. About 1/4 teaspoon in a little cup of water, or maybe 1/3 of a cup of water just before the meal. Because the use of natural remedies requires an amount of care and effort that many are not prepared to give. It takes a lot of physical effort and time to do the natural remedies. So if someone has a headache, what we always do at our retreats, we give them a hot foot bath. See, when you put your feet in hot water, it draws excess blood down to the feet. And when someone's got a headache, there's often congested blood in the head. So just the very act of putting feet in hot water brings the blood down to that area. So what we do is we tend them every 5 minutes. We put a little bit more hot in. We put cold on their head. Do they need a little bit of a neck massage to release the tension there? Maybe that's contributing to it. Whereas what would most people do? They would just take a painkiller. Swollen, painful tissue, the cool grated potato poultice is very soothing. But no matter what the problem, if ever you see swelling in the tissue, you put the grated potato on. And for joint, you put the ginger poultice on.
For years, we have been told that chronic pain requires strong medications, risky surgeries, or simply learning to live with it. But what if all of that is wrong? What if there's a completely natural approach to healing your body that not only eases the pain, but addresses the root cause? In this video, Barbara O'Neill shares a powerful, game-changing discovery that could free you from pain forever. Prepare to have your mind blown by a remedy you never even considered. Exercise.
Arthritis thrives in a very acid environment. So an acid environment in the body is one of the #1 causes of arthritis. Now, you can go back to look. Old injuries is often where arthritis can manifest itself, and there can be different factors there. There can be an inherited factor. There can be a factor of injury to that area, which makes it a little bit more susceptible. There can be an acid environment.
Let's begin with arthritis, as it is also a type of body pain. According to Barbara O'Neill, arthritis usually happens when your body becomes too acidic. This acidic state of the body makes conditions like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and gout worse. But old injuries can also be a cause. Why? Because the damaged spots in the body easily become the victims of inflammation. In addition to this, genetic factors may also be at play to make you more vulnerable to these conditions. Still, the majority of arthritis cases stem from poor lifestyles, like unhealthy diets, lack of exercise, and poor hydration. So, how do you cope with this pain? Let's find out.
Oxygen is vital for the healing of the body, and oxygen is an alkaline substance. So the alkaline, let's make a list of alkaline substances, is oxygen. Arthritis thrives in an acid environment, so just that one simple step to begin with, oxygenating the body, can make a difference with arthritis and gout and any form of arthritis. And the most powerful way to oxygenate the body is exercise.
Barbara O'Neill says, understanding the role and importance of oxygen in the body is the first step toward eliminating arthritis. Oxygen is an alkaline substance, and this is why increasing oxygen in the body can easily tackle acidity. Proper oxygenation can also make your body cells produce more energy, which is much needed for natural healing and keeping the joints healthy. So, how do we make sure that there is enough oxygen in the body? Exercise is the best way to elevate the levels of oxygen in the body, as it involves deep breathing and promotes circulation. For example, when you exercise, The amount of air and oxygen intake increases as the waste products leave your body. This helps the body to alkalize more efficiently and lower inflammation. So, body movement is important if you want to overpower arthritis pain. At first, the sound of exercise might seem difficult, but physical activities like swimming can be easy yet beneficial. Swimming can be a great and effortless exercise as it offers weightless support, and you can move your legs with painful joints easily. If you don't want to go swimming, you can get a kickboard or go into shallow water, and yes, you can still get benefits from this.
And one of the easiest types of exercise for someone who has stiff, painful joints is swimming. What swimming does is it's weightless, so that can be good, and you can start moving the body in the pool. And if you can't swim, you can get a kickboard or you can stay near the edge, but you've just got to move that body. That body must move.
But here's the best alternative to everything else, the rebounder. This mini trampoline is super fun to jump on while relieving your painful joints. Start by jumping gently but aimfully to ease up your joints. Once your strength takes root, your jumping and movement will get better. Do you know what else the rebounder does? Barbara O'Neill says it can improve your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is a natural body cleanser that removes waste material from tissues through urine, sweat, or bowel movements. If your lymphatic system is working well, your body will be less acidic and therefore have fewer chances of arthritis.
Another non-jarring exercise is the rebounder. And you can start with the rebounder, just this, what I'm doing right now is called the health bounce. And you can do that on the rebounder. And on the rebounder, you've got a springing action. You've got a shock absorber action in that mat. And as you master the art of the health bounce, then more and more you can start jumping a little bit more.
Let's talk about another option other than exercise, hot and cold therapy. This can be effective for triggering blood flow in the affected painful areas. If you have pain in joints, hands, or hips, you can try immersing them in hot and cold water alternately to relieve pain. For hips, you can keep a hot towel over the painful area for around 3 minutes and finish with a cold compress of 30 seconds. Repeat this at least 3 times for good results. When you provide your body with alternate temperatures, it improves the blood flow and oxygen levels. It delivers nutrients to the affected side, boosting the healing process and easing up the pain. Hot and cold showers can also turn out great for arthritis. Placing the shower head on the painful area and switching the temperatures can improve blood flow and offer instant relief. Hydration and rest. Hydration is as important as exercise. Water can help keep the body's environment alkaline, lowering acidity and improving joint function. Both exercise and water can help boost blood flow, which delivers oxygen, nutrients, and water to the body cells. This way, your joint pain will be relieved easily, as this blood flow delivers every nutrient and element needed for healing and removal of waste, including acid.
And what exercise does is it moves blood. We've looked at blood a few times this week. Remember what blood contains? It carries the oxygen. What blood does is carry the water. What blood also does is carry the nutrients. And this is what every single cell in the body needs to be able to not only function, but also to heal.
This is why Barbara O'Neill recommends drinking at least 8 glasses of water a day. This helps maintain the alkalinity, improves blood circulation, and promotes joint health. If you are someone who finds it difficult to drink large quantities of water at once, you can take small sips throughout the day. This is especially ideal for older people who cannot go to the bathroom now and then.
Yes, you will ensure more oxygen's going in when you sleep with your windows open, when you have a bedroom. You see, we spend a third of our life in that room, so it's absolutely vital that you ensure that you've got fresh air in that bedroom.
In addition to all this, you need to take good care of your sleep. Ensure that you sleep in a well-ventilated room so you will get a good supply of fresh air while keeping your oxygen levels high. Anti-Inflammatory Diet. Let's talk about diet's effect on the body's acidity. Some foods are alkalizing, while others are acidic. Therefore, you need to think twice before incorporating any food into your diet, especially if you struggle with arthritis. Remember, all body fluids need to be alkaline, except for the stomach. Your stomach needs to have acids to carry out the digestion process. Without keeping your body alkaline, you might not be able to fight arthritis.
The most alkalizing is the humble lemon. And the lemon is acid where it should be and it's alkaline where it should be. Acid in the stomach to help you digest your meal. But when it's broken down in the gastrointestinal tract and the minerals are absorbed into the tissues, the minerals are an alkaline forming mineral. So this is the sodium and potassium and calcium and magnesium and iron.
So, shall we have a look at some acidic and basic foods so you can decide for yourself? Let's begin with the lemon. Barbara O'Neill says lemon is the most alkalizing food. While it is highly acidic when we first taste it, once it goes down into our gastrointestinal tract, it breaks down and becomes alkaline. The minerals in lemons, like calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, and iron, get absorbed into the tissues and have an alkalizing effect on your body. Dark green leafy vegetables are highly alkalizing, and they should be a part of our daily routine. But there are some conditions that we have to look out for, of course. For example, cooked spinach isn't good for you. Why? It contains oxalic acid, which can become acidic when it is cooked. But if you eat raw spinach, it will have an alkalizing effect. Also, people with arthritis or gout should always stick to having raw cabbage, but they can sometimes have cooked cabbage as well. The only leafy green vegetable that becomes acidic when cooked is spinach.
Dark green leafy vegetables. Dark green leafy vegetables are very alkalizing. We should be eating dark green leafy vegetables every day. So someone might ask, well, what about cooked spinach? Spinach is high in oxalic acid, and in its raw state, the oxalic acid is in an organic state, so it's alkalizing. But when you cook silver beet or spinach, the oxalic acid now is in an inorganic state, and it can have an acid effect.
While most vegetables are alkaline, some still have a bit of acidity. For example, bell peppers and tomatoes. Both of these vegetables can worsen your arthritis and gout. Besides these, eggplant and the English potato are acidic and should be avoided. The sweet potato, on the other hand, is safe to eat because it doesn't have the same effect as a potato. So, if you are someone who is struggling with arthritis or gout, you must let go of these vegetables for the time being. You can, however, have fruits because they are generally alkalizing. Grains like millet, buckwheat, spelt, kamut, and quinoa are highly alkalizing. Einkorn, which is basically ancient wheat, is another alkalizing grain. Speaking of dried fruits, almonds and Brazil nuts, alongside seeds, have an alkalizing effect. In legumes, lima beans, lentils, and organic soy, non-GMO, are alkalizing. Let's head back to acidic foods now. The most acidic and harmful food you could ever have is pure crystallized acid extracted from sugarcane, which is used in the making of refined sugar. Meat is another acidic food. It contains acid-forming minerals like phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine. According to Dr. Colin Campbell, the author of the China study, meat can give rise to cancer cells, as cancer thrives and grows in an acidic environment. When meat is absorbed and breaks down in the body, it gives out sulfur waste, making your body acidic.
The most acid food that can go into the body is the pure crystallized acid that's extracted from the sugarcane plant. It is incredibly acid. It's a pure acid. Also, meat. Dr. Colin Campbell, in his book China Study, he shows how he could turn cancer cells on and off by the amount of meat and dairy products that he was giving them, because cancer loves an acid environment.
Hybridized wheat, or modern wheat, is another major threat because normal wheat was replaced with this wheat in the 1950s, giving rise to many digestive issues. Because of this wheat, many people have become gluten intolerant. Why? This wheat comes with a complex structure of gluten, which can't be broken easily during digestion. If we come to the main point, this wheat also contains some acid-forming substances. Plus, it is grown in chlorinated water and with superphosphate. These two substances make it even more acidic. Lastly, modern wheat is treated with glyphosate, which is highly acidic. Aged cheese, caffeine, alcohol, and tobacco are all harmful to overall health and highly acidic. Instead of aged cheese, you may go for sheep or goat feta. Both of these cheeses are neutral. Now, it's all about keeping a healthy balance between acidic and alkalizing foods. Barbara O'Neill says, if you want to maintain a cellular pH of 6.4 to 6.8, it's better to have 20 to 30% acid-forming foods. Rice is an acid-forming food, so you might be thinking of dropping it, but it's not a good idea to completely cut off acid-forming foods. 20 to 30% acid should be coming from foods like rice. The rest of the food coming under 70 to 80% should be alkaline. This balanced pH will definitely help you recover from arthritis easily. Remember, blood pH can't be altered through diet, but cellular pH can be changed through a healthy diet.
To maintain a 6-point environment at the cellular level, we need to be taking probably 20 to 30% acid-forming foods. And this explains why, because some people see this and say, does that mean I can't eat rice? Well, you can eat rice. Yes, it is an acid grain, but you need a little acid.
Cayenne pepper. Here's another easy yet natural way to relieve pain. Cayenne pepper. It is a powerful natural herb with blood-thinning effects and pain-relieving properties. Its main ingredient, capsaicin, is the key element in doing these jobs by improving circulation and blood flow throughout the body. This improved circulation can strengthen blood vessel walls, making them stronger than ever. This is exactly why cayenne pepper is ideal for people looking to improve their cardiovascular health and tackle issues related to poor circulation. So, if you struggle with body pain, be it muscle soreness, arthritis, or any other pain, cayenne pepper is your getaway. Whether it is applied externally or taken orally, capsaicin in the cayenne pepper can influence the body's pain receptors, lowering the painful sensations temporarily. Thus, it is a popular remedy to tackle chronic pain, arthritis, and muscle soreness. Since cayenne pepper is a spice herb, you may find it hard to swallow given its heat factor, but you have a better alternative. You can have it in capsule form without getting your mouth, tongue, or throat in contact with capsaicin.
Cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is an analgesic. So what an analgesic is, it's a painkiller. Now, it's not going to do what morphine does, but it certainly can help to relieve the pain. So a person can apply cayenne pepper compress to the area. That'll really tingle the area and a great way of getting more blood into the area, but cayenne pepper can be taken internally.
Barbara O'Neill says cayenne pepper is a great analgesic and a natural painkiller. It might not be as powerful as morphine, but it still works wonders for your body. You can easily apply it externally using a compress. This will work up the blood flow and give you a tingling sensation. You can also take it internally for pain. O'Neill shared an amazing story of a construction worker who successfully treated his pain using cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper can be taken internally, and a construction worker told me this when I was in Bermuda. He said, I've got a story for you. He's a big guy, works in construction. He said, I hurt my back. And he said, it was just hurting me so much I couldn't sleep at night. And he said, after about a week of not being able to sleep much and being up in the night, and I had about 9 out of 10 pain, he said, I prayed and asked God for help. And God said, cayenne pepper. He said, I got this strong impression. And he thought, why would you take cayenne pepper for pain? But it was so strong he did it. He took half a teaspoon in a little bit of water. He drank it. It certainly tingled, but he noticed after 5 minutes that his pain had gone from 9 out of 10 down to 7 out of 10.
This man had injured his back during work and couldn't sleep for days because of intense pain. That was the moment when he turned toward cayenne pepper. At first, he was skeptical about using it, but in the end, he still went for it. He added some cayenne pepper powder to the water and drank it. After a few minutes, he felt his pain going away from 9 out of 10 to 7 out of 10. This amazed him, and he repeated the process until his pain became 3 out of 10. That night, he finally slept. Natural herbs willow bark, devil's claw, and boswellia. Besides cayenne pepper, Barbara O'Neill has suggested one more pain-relieving natural herb, willow bark. She says if you have migraine or headache, you may turn to aspirin or Aspiro. But this aspirin, specially made in Australia, is derived from this herb, willow bark. Amazing, right? Willow bark has incredible analgesic effects. But she also asks people not to expect it to work for them right away, in the same way as Nurofen.
Aspirin, or Aspro, it's a painkiller used in Australia. It comes from willow bark. So willow bark also has an analgesic effect. But I say to people, don't expect it to do what Nurofen does. It'll often take the edge off. And the beauty of the willow bark tablets, you can take 2 every hour. You don't have to just take it 4th hourly like you would do for a painkiller.
The best thing about willow bark tablets is that they can be taken every hour since they are all natural, unlike traditional painkillers. Devil's Claw and Boswellia are 2 more natural painkillers. Devil's Claw works through its bioactive compounds, like harpagosides, which are shown to have anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. Boswellia, on the other hand, has boswellic acids, which are also anti-inflammatory, helping with swelling and pain. Reducing or eliminating blood thinners. Traditional blood thinners are often prescribed to patients with hypertension and heart diseases. While these medications can be good at stopping blood clots from forming, they might also have some side effects like headaches and stomach aches. Headaches due to these medications happen when there is a change in blood flow or pressure. But there's more. They can even affect your gastrointestinal system, causing stomach aches, nausea, and indigestion. There's also an increased risk of stomach or intestinal bleeding, giving you additional discomfort. Sometimes, these side effects may even become intense. This is when you need to think twice before you take these medicines again. Reducing or completely cutting off these medications might help you overcome any pain linked with them. You can alternatively take cayenne pepper, a natural blood thinner with no side effects other than tingling sensations. Remember, as a word of advice, you need to consult with a healthcare professional before incorporating any natural herb into your routine as a replacement for your prescribed blood thinner medications. Making changes on your own might be harmful to your overall health. Regular detoxification practices. Lastly, you can also rely on some simple detoxification practices, which include the use of activated charcoal and some herbal teas. They are ideal for ridding your body of harmful substances and reducing inflammation and pain. Activated charcoal works by absorbing and neutralizing the toxins or poisons in the body. When it is taken by mouth, it attaches to harmful substances present in the digestive system and releases them out of the body. It is also beneficial when someone gets a bee sting, snake bite, wasp, or spider sting, providing pain relief. Just make a charcoal poultice and apply it to the affected area, or add some activated charcoal powder to water, mix and drink.
Now where would I use this? Again, I would use it on a snake bite, an ant bite, a bee sting, a wasp bite, any poisoning cases, but you can also use that on a sore eye. That will bring a lot of relief to a sore eye, and you can also use it on a boil. And again, as I mentioned before, any case where you've got swollen and you've got pus, and you might say, well, wouldn't you use the grated potato? You certainly could. You might do grated potato one time, and you might do the charcoal another time.
Herbal teas like ginger, turmeric, and chamomile can also be great for treating inflammation and alleviating pain. How? They have antioxidants and bioactive compounds that target and ease sore tissues and support relaxation. If you have these teas regularly, you can easily get rid of inflammation and chronic pains and shift your body toward the natural healing process. So remember to add these effective natural ways to your daily routine and live a pain-free life. But if you choose to cut off any prescribed medications, ensure to consult a healthcare professional first. That is it. Which pain-relieving idea clicked with you the most? Would you give it a try? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more healthy tips and tricks.